at Bear Creek Farms in Stillwater, and joining me is owner Vicky Stamback. Vicky, you've been in the cut flower business for a number of years. What are some of the advantages of locally grown cut flowers?
Well, locally grown cut flowers, of course, are going to last longer because we pick them fresh. What we try to do here is pick things and have them out at the florist within 24 hours. And that's not necessarily a guarantee from other sources other than local. And we also try to do different things. I started this business with things that would not ship. They just won't.
Right.
So you have added fragrance. A lot of people comment. I had a lot of florists say, we had no idea that snapdragons had a fragrance, and ours do.
And just for a little perspective, the vast majority of cut flowers in the U.S. come from overseas, either Europe or Israel, South America.
A lot of them do,
and
yes.
So there's a lot of miles between when they're cut and when the customer purchases those.
Yes, a lot of miles. You have absolutely no idea when they were cut. You have no idea how long they've been holding on to them. Mm-hmm. You really don't know how long it took them to get here, and then how long did it take them to get to each individual florist.
Right. Now, one of the things I imagine, if you're cutting and getting them out in 24 hours, you can actually let those flowers open a bit larger before you cut.
Yes, because we don't cram them in a box. We pick everything, put it in buckets of water, solution, whatever their particular need is. And so, yes, our things are more open. And that will help with the fragrance as well.
Competing in, this global economy, I'm sure you've had to find a few interesting niches, and one you shared with me were your dahlias. You do those a little different from other growers.
We do dahlias different than other growers. We actually get rooted cuttings in August, and dahlias are typically a summer flower. You'll really see them on the market from California really hard in the fall because they're growing all season outside. Well, outside it's more difficult in Oklahoma between insects and the wind and the weather and everything. So what we ended up doing was we buy rooted cuttings of specific varieties in August. We grow them in the greenhouse, and we're actually picking dahlias from November until Mother's Day.
And so you're covering a market when nobody else is producing
No one
those
else
dahlias.
will have it. Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yes.
So Vicky, how can customers know if they're purchasing locally grown or imported flowers?
They just need to ask their florists if they're buying local flowers, and it doesn't necessarily have to be my local flowers, but any flower that's purchased from a grower in your area, in your region, supports the local economy.
So I really want to encourage our viewers to request locally grown from their florists.